Hey everyone, my name is Raindrops if you're new here. And if you are a returning drop, what do you do, girl? Today, as you can tell by the title, we are getting into this video that I tried to post a couple of weeks ago, but because of storage, it wouldn't let me be great, so I couldn't share with you guys. We are now going to do that video, and it is on this eyeshadow palette. It's on the whole makeup look in general, but it's specifically this eyeshadow palette that I wanted to share with you guys. I got it, just about 2 months ago, and it is the LA Girl, not LA Girl, it is the LA Colors Rose eyeshadow palette. So I did a look with this, and again, because of storage, I couldn't share it with you guys, so I wanted to do it again and give you some of my tips that I use to do my makeup. First, let's get this out the way. Regina, if you are watching, she is here on YouTube, Naturally Corporate. She is one of my subbies, and I am one of hers, and we are friends. And she suggested that on my wash and go video, on the new gel that I had tried, I love cheap gels that work well, but every time most of the time when I use gels, they flake on me, no matter what product I use it with. And I just wanted you to know, I have done leave-ins before, but I'm not really a big fan. So I had a few leave-ins still over here from other product lines that I use, and I paired it with it and it still flaked. It's not bad, but I just wanted you to see the results of this is what it is. So it is this gel. For you guys who didn't see the video, I'll be sure to link it in the description box. But this is the Salon Pro exclusive Moroccan Argan Gel. And I ended up pairing it with, y'all, I do this a lot, so don't be mad if you're new. I slide in and out of frame all the time because all of my stuff is right near me. And I paired it with the, I am so lying, not this one. I paired it with the NOU Next of Us leave-in conditioner. And I opted for these because these are light water-based. They're not creamy or thick. It's really like, it was like I was putting water in my hair. But it's still flake, but I just wanted you to know. So when I take this down for you guys, this is second day hair. Today is May 1st, 2023. And I did my hair Saturday when I went to a lunch that my mom took me and my sister to, which was nice. I should have vlogged it, but I didn't get a chance. But yeah, so enough of that. We're gonna do this, and I am gonna take this down. But this palette I thought was very pretty. It's filled with a lot of burgundies, mauves, couple of highlight and nude colors. So I really thought it was pretty, and I wanted to do a look for you guys. Also, while I'm doing the look, I'm just going to chit chat and tell you guys why I use what I use and why I don't like the specific routines. It's the makeup is kind of like the natural hair community. So much was being said and so much was being done, and you should do this way and you should do it that way. This is a video for my ladies in their 40s and 50s. But if you are in your 20s or 30s, you can use these tips as well. But yeah, I'm 50. I never really applied my makeup the same way they did. I'm starting out priming my face, and I'm going to use 2 primers. One, because I have an oily T-zone, and all of my makeup is for oily skin, basically. So this is the Milani Prime Shield, and it is mattifying. And I'm also going to use the Black Radiance True Complexion. There is another, I've used several different primers. I kind of like these two together, but there is one that I've been wanting to try, and I just haven't gotten a chance to pick it up, and that's the NYX Marshmallow Primer. Suggested also by one of my subbies, DB112, you know who you are. I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna try it out. I don't have a skincare routine like I said in my last makeup video. I know a lot of influencers are here on YouTube and Instagram talking about skincare routines. I don't have one. I don't have problematic skin. My skin still looks younger than my actual age. And if it's not broke, I ain't trying to fix it. I don't believe in spending extra money on products, especially money that I don't have. So basically, I wash my face with Yardley's oatmeal and almond soap. That is it. I do not moisturize unless it's in the winter and my skin had gotten like a little dry spot or something, but I still don't do that. I have a jar of Pond's cream in the medicine cabinet that I bought 2 years ago that's still sitting there, and that's all I use. I don't use witch hazel as an astringent or expensive serums or anything like that. We keep it simple here. I'm gonna use the Black Radiance loose setting powder, and this is just to set my oily T-zone. I don't know why I did that. But this is, yeah, just to set the oily T-zone. So I just take my brush that I use for that. I'm also not that creator who cares about that this brush came from Morphe, Fenty, Juvia's Place, anywhere else. I have a lot of brushes and I ordered them from Amazon or I've gotten them from Walmart. If they're pretty, I'm picking it up. I know which each brush is used for, and you can also interchange your brushes for different things. So I'm not that this is the E40 and this, that, and the third. I could give two. You know what? If I had a pocket full of them, I wouldn't give one because I don't care. As long as the brush does what I need it to do. So we don't do that over here. But I have a lot of just like cute brushes. Like this brush here, I have a set and I end up getting it because it's a magnet at the end and the stand where it's set, they, you know, hung upside down. But I kept knocking it over, so I just set it in with my other brushes. I like stuff like this because it's pretty. It's pretty. There's no specific name. That brush came from Amazon. These brushes here came from Walmart. This is the Moda tie-dye set. I like tie-dye. It's pretty. And then I found these. I forgot, but I think I showed you these before. It's pretty. I just like cute stuff, so I'm not into if it's, you know, something fancy. I don't care. So the next thing I do is my eyebrows. And I use, they come out of the beauty supply store. I love shopping in a beauty supply store and Walmart. And I've never really bought any makeup out of Target because you can basically find some of the same thing in Walmart for cheaper. So I don't care. But this brand is the Nika K brand. I love her brand. It's a beauty supply store pencil. I think this is either 99 cents or $1.99. And I buy several of them because they are very pigmented and the colors are very pretty. So for my eyebrows, I'll just take a spoolie, brush it into place. My eyebrows are already, I keep my eyebrows up with a straight razor. And I think I left them in my bag when I did my mom's eyebrows. But they're the Annie straight razor blades you can get from the beauty supply store. I use those to keep my brows up. And I have brows, as we can see. They're not heavy. They're not thick. And they're not really that sparse. They're just light colored. Like it's a brown, but it's just not a heavy brow. I don't really like heavy brows. I like them on other people, but I don't think I would like it on myself. And I don't use black pencils because I don't like the way it looks up against my skin. It looks kind of harsh. So what I'm doing is just lining my brows to like where they are. And then I just fill it in where it's a little sparse. And I'm just creating hair strokes. And we can clearly see the difference. So it's not heavy. And we all know that your eyebrows are never going to be identical. They are not identical twins, more like fraternal, more like cousins. As long as they look related, I'm okay with it. There are makeup. A lot of people that I follow are basically because of their hair, or because of the makeup, even some because of their personality. But I see a lot of makeup influencers that I really don't like the way they apply the makeup. I am not a heavy makeup person. I do not care if flaws show. I don't like really full coverage makeup. And I'm not concerned about layering makeup that you don't have to. If you are a woman of a particular age, I don't think you should be layering a lot of makeup in the first place. Again, I don't have wrinkles. I don't have lines and all of that. I have like a couple, like right under the eyelid, but it's not a wrinkle. So I'm not using a lot of makeup. I have little moles and freckles here. I have a light colored birthmark here. So I don't care if any of that shows through the makeup. Again, I don't like heavy makeup. I don't use creams because, again, I have an oily T-zone. So I'm not, the only cream that I had ever used, and I still have it, I think it was this one. It's the Juvia's Place cream stick. The color was a perfect match. It just left my skin an oily, slick mess even after I set it. So I'm gonna go in with the infamous LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is the shade Fawn, and I'm gonna clean up under my brows. Now I do this over top, but I don't, I clean it up so well that you're not gonna see it because I don't want that, that halo look on my brow. I don't want it to show at all. So I make sure that when I do clean it up, before I finish, I'm gonna go ahead and add this because I like this under my eyes as a, to conceal, to highlight. I like for this to sit, so I like to apply this first so that it can do just that. And I don't do a lot. I don't like it. When I highlight, let me finish this. So, after this set and I do my foundation, that's when I do my nose. So my highlighted areas that I do are the bridge of my nose and here above my cupid's bow. That's it. I don't do the forehead and I don't do my chin. I just don't like it. I also keep a towel. This one is dirty. It's a Microsoft towel, and you can use a diaper wipe, paper towels, whatever you have. And I clean my brushes and to get the excess makeup out of it. So I just clean up here, get close as I can without going into the hairs because I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, I do not like a bright under eye. I have several concealers by different brands. And if one was too bright, what I'll do, and I've also done it with the Fawn, but this is not as bright as other concealers. I'll take a dark concealer. This is the L'Oreal Full Coverage or Full Wear Infallible, and it's the color Cocoa. And I'll just place a little bit here and then blend them together if I don't want that bright, because I don't like that bright under eye. And I mean, like, I'm sorry, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm not sorry. It looks crazy to me. If your skin is dark brown or brown like mine, you're supposed to highlight naturally. The natural highlights are, that we have before we put on makeup. You can see the lightness under our eyes, within here a little bit, but it's not that bright. Like, y'all are really getting extreme with this white powder. I watched a couple of videos and I was so mad because I'm like, I talk to myself like, bitch, they can't hear you talking to them. Why are you yelling at the screen? I just be so like, why are y'all layering on this makeup like that? I saw a girl put 4 powders under her eye. Use whatever the last one that you're using, use it first. Why are you doing bright? Oh, it just blew my mind. And I'm just like, I can't. It's just too much makeup. So after I do my brows, I then go in with my foundation. Now, I like to mix my foundations. I have several that I do mix it with. So usually I'll do the Ulta Beauty. This is Deep Natural from Ulta. And this is the Rimmel Stay Matte. For me, there's nothing else that I have used that compares to this, that keeps my face, my T-zone especially. I still get oily, don't get me wrong here, but it's not as bad if I was to use something else. So I'm going to mix it today with, I'm going to use my NARS. This is the only expensive foundation that I have, that I own. I wanted to try it out. I heard so much about it, so I just wanted to try it out. I like it, but I have to mix it because it does not, it's a soft matte, so it does not keep my skin from looking, my T-zone from looking oily, because I don't have any other oily places. So I just take my brush and I mix them together. The Rimmel Matte is in the shade Deep Mocha, and it's the Rimmel Matte Mousse. Like the other one, the regular Rimmel Stay Matte. It has to be the mousse. And I can only find those at Walgreens now. Walmart or, anywhere else doesn't sell it. I try to get it from offline, off of Amazon, and they sent me the regular Rimmel Matte. So again, I don't use a lot. I just take the brush and dab little dots. And I like to blend that out with foundation brush. This brush is one of the tie-dye brushes. This is a foundation brush. I like this brush because it is dense and kind of flat. So I'll take some setting spray. This is basically the only thing I use setting spray for. This and highlighting, because I like to wet my brush, but I will use water. So I'm going to kind of like swipe it on the skin, on my face. But where the powder is, I'm going to stipple. And that's just basically to push it in, the makeup in. Because I don't want to disturb the powder. as usual, a phone call. So I finished blending that out. And as you can see, this is like a very good match. So the next thing I like to do is go in. This is the Morphe Glamour Bronze palette. The shade is Supreme. And I contour with this. I don't use a contour powder or cream. I don't. I cannot reiterate this enough. I do not care for extra makeup. Unnecessary makeup. So I'm just going to contour my jawline here under my lip. As you can see here. Let me see. Here. And then this is the e.l.f. brush, angled brush. And I use that, like I said. And then I take another fluffy angle brush. This is also, no, this is by Wet n Wild. Just a more fluffier brush. And I'll go along my hairline. And just blend that out. Blending, y'all, is your best friend. So make sure you blend your makeup out and you won't have any harsh lines. And if you don't use so much, you won't have any harsh lines. It's just a thing I just don't like. I'm going to take this smaller flat concealer brush and I'm going to do my nose. So I don't have, you know, like a big nose or anything, but that's not why I contour. I just like the way it looks. And I'm going to bring it over to the front of my brow here. And then I'm going to come down the bridge of my nose. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. If your line is not even, you can always clean that up with the concealer. And I just started doing that within the last month. Because I never used to bring my concealer over onto the bridge of my nose. I see why it's done now. And so now I'm going to go ahead and finish concealing. So I'm going to take same concealer, just bring it down. And then here. And that's it. I like simple, simplistic stuff. I don't like all the heavy makeup, the dark brows being drawn on how they do it. It just makes it makes some people just look unnatural, and I thought the whole point of makeup was to just enhance what you already have. So now I'm going to take this brush is a concealer brush. It is also a Moda Beauty. I get it from Walmart. And I'm going to go ahead, because this is dry enough, and blend it out. I'm telling y'all can get the same look and better without applying so much of it. And it lasts, makeup will last you for a long time when, you know, you don't use as much of it. And it's all concealed, and I didn't use a lot. So again, I just carried it on my nose to blend it out. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh. And this looks natural. It looks like a natural highlight. It's not heavy. And it won't leave your face cakey when you go to set it. If you are in your 30s, your 40s, 50s, again, I'm 50 years old, so I didn't do this before. I had tried it. You know, when I didn't start wearing makeup until 2015 when I came to YouTube learning about natural hair. And then I would see the makeup. So I was like, well, I want to wear makeup just for no other reason than I saw it and I knew I could do it. And I used to wear eyeshadows, but I had the concept of the eyeshadows back then. If I find a picture, I'll show you guys, because this was before I knew anything about all of this. I knew where the eyeshadows were supposed to be placed, like your lid color, your transition, your highlight, and your brow bone. I didn't know anything about blending. So it still somehow looked pretty because people said, you know, that they liked it, even though it wasn't blended out correctly. So now it looks like, you know, I just have a natural highlight, how my face looked in general before I put the makeup on. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my nose. So now I'm gonna take a different angle flat brush. This is one of the brushes from the Moda Rainbow collection at Walmart. So all of these brushes came in, like you just saw, in different colors of the rainbow. So I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna blend out the contour. So you supposed to blend upwards. I get into where my hairline is to make sure it's all blended out. And before, let me set this. So my thing is just damn near empty. This is the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. I've had this probably about 3 years. That's how long it took me to use it. When I set my powders, I use a damp sponge. I get a lot of my sponges from Amazon as well. Like, they came in all of these different colors, so I keep them in here. And this one it's angled. I like it. I want to say this was like what is this? No, this is a Wet n Wild angle sponge. And I specifically use it for my under eyes and my nose, and if I decide to reverse contour. So I'm going to place the powder here. And I didn't blend out the contour yet because I'm going to blend them together. Again, I don't bake, and you do not need a lot. Excuse me. You don't need a lot of powder. So I blow it off and tap it on the back of my hand because I just want to set it. And I'm making sure that I use tapping motions and really set the powder. And that's that. The next thing I like to do, the e.l.f. blush palette. I don't remember what, they have like different shades of the different pinks, but as you can see, you have this light pink, this peachy tone, the darker pink, and I think this is like a highlighting color, which I never use. I like to go and tone this down. So I'm going to use the peach color. I just tap it in off the excess and I start here. And you can see the difference. It's in and it toned it down. It still looks natural. And that's what I use that for. And this brush is rose gold. I just thought it was pretty. I was out one day and I didn't do my makeup and I wanted it, so I stopped by the beauty supply store and just picked up this really quick little brush set. It had different brushes in it. So now that that's done, I can go ahead and then blend this out. And you guys saw I did not use any cream contours, any extra makeup to have to set the cream to get the same effect. You can just use powders, especially if you are an oily girl and you don't like a lot of makeup. Same thing as if you was to use all of the other makeup that's unneeded. And that is all blended out. So then the next thing I'd like to do is go in with my foundation powder. I have two that I stick with. This one is the Rimmel Stay Matte and the shade Toffee. I'm not holding it all the way down because I like to break my powders up, especially if they start to like crack. I finish breaking them up as if they were a loose setting powder. It applies easier. And then this is the Black Opal. This is Caramel Crush. And I did the same thing here. I don't want it to fall, but I just take this, the end of it, and I just go across it and create like a fine powder. So now I'm going to take said sponge that's damp, wet, and wring out the excess water. I love a new sponge when it's freshly new. It will expand when you wet it. And then I just dip it in. And then I go along my face. And I just realized, because I did not finish, let me finish blending out my contour. So I just go along the jawline. I do not put, I don't want the makeup in my blonde hair. I don't put any makeup on my neck. Number one, my tattoos are not being covered up for any reason at all. And I know people usually do it to match their neck to their face. My face and my neck are the same complexion, so I don't have that problem. So I'm not going to do that. I understand why, but I don't understand the concept of either when you get dressed, you get makeup all on your clothes. Even if you don't get it when you put it on, because I put my clothes on after my makeup, because you don't want to spill anything on your, on your clothes. So I put my clothes on after my makeup, but I like to kind of stretch. I don't have a big head, so my clothes easily go on. But even when you take your clothes off at the end of the evening, somehow that makeup hits that collar or right up in here. So I don't understand how you can put the makeup on your neck and it doesn't get on anything. But that is all blended out now. So I'm just going to finish setting. And I don't really need to use any light powders to reverse contour because it already gave me my line. I never blend this out because when I set it with the powder, it's going to kind of cover it up anyway. And I'm just going to bounce the sponge. I like to go back over my nose area to make sure that it's fully set. Again, oily T-zone. I also set my brows. And now, as you can see, if I had highlighted, this area would look so bright and weird. I don't like it. It would, like, even when they blend it out to their best ability, you can still see it. So after I do that, that's all I do. I like to take any big, fluffy blending brush, whether it's a foundation brush or blush brush. That's what this is. It's just makeup that I've blended. So I don't use it I don't dip it into anything. I just blend. So now I'm going to take the brush and kind of pat and just sweep that all in. I just like my makeup to look natural. And that's it. So now we're going to move on to my eyes. so we can use this eyeshadow palette. And again, I'll use any light concealer. It doesn't matter. I have a lot. I'm going to use the e.l.f. This is the shade Olive. And you can use the eyeshadow primer or you can use a concealer. I always opt to use a concealer. I like to multitask my makeup and keep more money in my pocket. So I'm just gonna blend that out. Now I have hooded eyes, so I don't mind that, but there are tricks that you can use if you want your eyeshadow to look a certain way, to have your eyes look bigger and more awake, I guess. But you just blend this out to your liking and the eyeshadow will definitely stick. The original video, when I did this, I used this one. But I think I'm gonna use, all right, so let me go in with, and these are not, I think the ones in the middle have like a slight shimmer to it. And then all the other ones are matte except for the highlight ones, but the highlight ones don't look like a shimmer. I like my highlight to look like, you know, a shimmer, not a matte. So I'm going to take my fluffy brush. This is from Eco Tools. And I'm going to go in with this lid color first as my transition color. And I'm going to start here right in this area. And I'm going to pat it in, like stipple it in so I can build it up. And then I'm going to blend it out. And you can go in windshield wiper motions or in circular motions. I tend to go in circular motions inside the corner of my eyes and then back and forth in the rest of the area. And I don't bake, like I said, I don't usually, when I do an eyeshadow, I don't usually have fallout. So I'm not concerned about it, you know, falling out down here and having to clean it up. If it is a dark color that happens to do that, I'll just take the brush and sweep it away like that. So the next color that I'm gonna go in shade with is, I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna go in with the darkest burgundy color, which is this. And I'm gonna put that in my outer V. So you're basically gonna start right here on the lower part of your lid in the corner and bring it up into that crease or however far you want to. I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna pat that on. And then I'm just gonna carry it over a little bit, not all the way. And my baby is coming in the door now from school, one of them. So now that that is on, I'm going to use the same brush that I did for my transition color, and I'm going to go along the edge and blend it out. I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to get a flat concealer brush. And I use a flat, denser brush because it's dense and it's gonna hold more of the powder so I can press it in too. And I'm gonna pat that in. Now, because I did not blend that concealer all the way out when I did this, it is picking up this shade. Otherwise, if I wanted it to be even more brighter, I would just add more concealer to a concealer brush and line that out where I wanted this shadow to be. But I don't need to do that. It's picking up enough. And I'm going to pat it in and kind of sweep it. So there. And then I'm just going to go right into the crease and blend that out. So again, that there aren't any harsh lines. Now again, because I want this a little bit deeper, I'm going to go into, the Fruit Pie Filling eyeshadow palette. This is by the brand You Can Be. This is an Amazon brand because this is where I got it from. And I'm going to go in with, I don't want black. I'm going to go in with the shade, and of course, I can't read it because I've used it so much. Choco Chips. So I'm going to take the same brush that I used for my outer V, and then going right over top of that. I'm also going to go on my lower lash line. And I'm not carrying it all the way over. I'm just going to softly blend it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. So I have one, but I don't use it. The Wet n Wild. I don't like any liquid eyeliner. One, my eyes are sensitive, so the liquid kind of burns my eyelids and get right at that waterline. And some of them have a shine to it, and I don't like that. I'm going in with this teeny brush, and I'm going to use that and create a wing. I like to use the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel. This is black. And I told you guys I can never remember if it's jet black. Black is black, but it's black. I'm going to do an extended wing. I like to start at my lower lash line and then create my wing. Now you can bring your wing out as far as you like. But today, I'm going to do to about right here. And then I go on the bottom, bring it up. Going to create kind of like a triangle. Well, like an obtuse triangle. And then I'm going to fill it in. And I'm still staying close to my lid, as close as I can get, because I like a finer line going towards the inner corner. And for those of you who eyes water like mine do sometimes when I do this, it's like a little tickle in the waters. I just use a Q-tip like Miss Wendy Williams and stop that wetness. And then I'm going to, now I've seen where, so I always keep tissue because when my eyes water, it makes my nose run. I've seen like right here, that fallout. So now it's gone. Where they said that for older women, you really shouldn't use a bottom You shouldn't line your waterline because it closes your eyes. My eyes are already small and slanted. I'm not trying to change that. I like the way it looks. It doesn't make my makeup look any different or not good. Like, come on. I like it. I don't use a lot unless I'm doing a heavier look. So really quick, because I do my, I have done it on camera, but I usually do my eyelashes off camera, which I'm going to do because it takes like 45 seconds to a minute for each one to dry. Don't use a lot of mascara, and I don't use a lot of glue. This style is the La Flare 3D Faux mink lashes, and it is, I think the style rubbed off, so I can't see which one it is. But the mascara that I'm going to use is the Believe Beauty brand. And I just do a little bit so I can see where my eyelashes are. And I put a little on the bottom because I don't have much of eyelashes on the bottom or top, really. Like, they're there. They're not long, though. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes, and I'll be back. Okay, I thought about it. I'm like, if I'm showing y'all how to do this, I need to show y'all at least one eye. So I like to reuse my lashes. So what I'll do is whatever dry glue is on, if it's a lot, I take my fingers and just pull it off, but be careful of the lash line so that you don't pull that and a lash come off and then you can't use it. So if you're not comfortable doing that, just get you a new pair. But I've been doing this for like years now, so it doesn't break. Let your lash glue dry for at least 45 seconds. I use the La Flare Bond glue. This is black. This is their 3D glue. This is like one of the best glues that I have ever come across. And I got it from the beauty supply store along with the lashes. Normally the lashes that I get, I started out using Cherry Blossom. They are very pretty. They are $1.99. And then I just started going into like the $2.99, $3.99, which is the La Flare faux mink lashes. So I like to just kind of pull my eye a little bit, close it, and you're gonna go look down and look right on top. You're gonna start out right in the middle to place it. And then for this side of my eye, I do the corner first and then the outer corner. I don't know why, because for this eye, I do the out and then go in. So I'm like to place it as close, press it on that lash line. And then I like to take either the tweezers or my fingers and just squeeze it in place. Because if you don't squeeze it in place how it should be, you're gonna get like not a shadow, but basically it's gonna feel like something is blocking your eye at the top. So I always like to squeeze it in and make sure it's in place. And that's that. The next thing I like to do now is to go ahead and highlight. This is the brush that I used. This is another rainbow from Moda. For my highlight, I don't really use the setting spray. You can. I just like to use water. So I just wet my brush. And I like to multitask. Like I said, multi-use my products. So I have a whole eyeshadow palette here. I'm not using this one, but this is the Enchanted palette from Walmart. This is it's the Profusion is the brand, but the Enchanted is the palette. So these are eyeshadows, but as you can see, they all have shimmers, and I opt to use them as highlight. So this, I'm not using that one. I'm going to use the Believe Beauty eyeshadow palette. Same one I used in the previous video I showed you guys. And I used the champagne color here. Swirl my brush a little bit. Get my nose at the tip. Right here in the center. And then on the highest point of my cheekbone. And I just kind of tap it and blend it out. So it's there, you can see it, but it's still kind of subtle, it's not heavy. And just make sure you kind of blend that out. And then I like to do my Cupid's bow.
Let's go. Freedom. Freedom.
I don't do it often, but I am today. I'm gonna go into the inner corner and highlight there. Just looking for use this small brush here. And again, I'm gonna wet it so it can pick up the shimmer. I just squeeze whatever excess water out. And I'm gonna go into the tear ducts of my corners here. And just place a little bit. Just to brighten it up. And I'll zoom in so you guys can see it. And was a piece of. There we go. And I also carry that over a little bit right into my waterline. And then the next thing I like to do is my blush. Is the Ruby Kisses RK. I was looking for my Nika K blush palette. I'm going to use this burgundy shade here and mix it with this red. So I'm going to use this blush brush here. I'm going to tap it in, and because I'm using the darker first, I'm going right here on the high points. And then I'm going in with the red. Right here on the cheeks and bring it up.
Let's go. Freedom.
And then I also like blush on my nose. You don't have to do that, but I like the way that it looks. And then, as we can see, this looks kind of harsh. We don't do harsh over here. I'm going to take the brush and go back over it and blend it out. And I'm going to show you the difference. It just made it look so much softer. And now that's all blended out. I'm gonna go in and do my lips. I'm gonna use a Nika K pencil again, but this one is in Cocoa, which is my favorite lip shade. And I'm going to outline my lips. And I like an ombre lip.
Falling for you, baby, I'm falling for, baby, I'm falling for you.
And I also like a glossy lip. But I'm sitting here debating if I'm gonna do a matte because the makeup is majority matte. The eyeshadow was specifically a matte. And I always do a glossy lip, so I'm gonna opt today to do a matte lip. I have and then I have a makeup drawer that's specifically for all of my lip. I'm gonna take, yes, this is a beauty supply store brand. I don't even know the brand, but the color, I can't see it. It's small as hell, but I'll put it up on the screen when I go to edit. So I'm just gonna go, it smells so good. I'm gonna go over top. And then I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty lip, and I think this is the pink that I want. I'm gonna, let's see. Yeah, it's not gonna show up as much, so I'm gonna have to use my liquid matte. This is the LA Colors Pout. It's not a lip gloss because it's not a gloss, even though it says it, but it is matte. And I'm gonna go directly in the center of my lip. And I'm gonna take a Q-tip and blend it out. And that is that for the makeup. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down, move my clip. So that is all, the shirt is on. I'm just gonna take my red tail comb and lift at the roots a little bit to separate. And I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but like I said, I still had flakes. And what I noticed, Regina, again, if you are here, what I noticed with this combo, my hair, it's softer now because this is second day. I did have a lot of volume with this, but my hair wasn't as soft initially like it was with the gel that I used. I paired this gel that I showed you guys with another gel. I like to use two gels together, especially if one is moisturizing. So I like to just use my fingers and massage the parts out that I created when I was banding my hair. This is all I do, is just kind of massage the part around because I don't want to disturb the curls. So again, technically this is second day hair. Saturday when I did it, I did wear it out. Yesterday I didn't take my hair down at all. It was Sunday out, you know, I wasn't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere today, but I just didn't mess with it. So now I'm just gonna lay my edges and baby hairs. I like to use the Kiss Edge Fixer. This is a big jar, so this has lasted me for quite some time because I don't really use it in any other parts of my hair. I stopped using it within my hair itself for my ponytails. And with the Kiss Edge Fixer, you really do need to make sure that that is smooth all the way into your hair so it does not leave a cast. And then I also do it on this side, even though you can't see it as much because my hair is coming down. But you know, just in case that wind blows wrong in the streets, everything is laid how it should be. Yeah, I like, again, how my curls came out. It is much softer than it was the first day, but I still got the flakes. So I'm gonna put in my new favorite pair of earrings. Y'all, I don't know if y'all ever go find earrings that has your astrological sign, but every time I tried to find me a pair, I couldn't. I went into the beauty supply store literally to look for some hoops, and I came across these. I'm a Libra. I'm well balanced. And this is the look. the completed look. I know this was a long video. It is more of a tutorial, so I wanted you guys to know everything that I do and why I do it the way that I do it. And if you're in your 40s and 50s like I am and you learn something, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your routine is or what products you like to use and why you do it. Let me know some of your favorite makeup gurus here on YouTube as well. And yeah, this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new here and you like this type of content, you like my vibe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so you'll be notified every time I upload. Leave a like. It helps to get my videos into the algorithm so more people can see it. Leave a comment. I'm trying to get to know you guys, and I want you to get to know me as well. Share the video because sharing is caring, and I will see you in my next upload. Peace.